All right, day two, steal from the best. Now, if I was going to tell you, hey, you have to drive from California to New York as quickly as possible, answer me this. Would you go out and reinvent the car from the ground up, go into a machine shop, build everything from the ground up, or would you get a pre-existing car, hop in, and take off driving immediately? The reason I ask you this is because so many people, when they first start out as copywriters, they try and learn everything from the ground up themselves. They try to build everything from the ground up themselves, when there's already a huge body of information out there, a huge history of successful copywriters having produced amazing ideas, winning promotions, etc. Right? So as you're beginning to learn copywriting, the fastest way you can is to take advantage of other people's success in the past. And what I mean by that is you need to go and collect and understand the information that's already been assembled by great copywriters in the past. I'm not necessarily saying you ought to read a bunch of books, but what I'm saying is there are some successful promotions out there done by absolutely great minds, people who have dedicated decades to learning about copywriting, how to make it its most effective, make it as most effective as possible, and they produce amazing sales letters. It's significantly advantageous to you to go and learn from those sales pages, those Facebook ads, those emails, those promotional materials, because you can then take those things, understand the principles, and use them as sort of a tool chest that you can use in your own copywriting. This will massively speed up the process. Far too many copywriters show up, they try and invent everything and understand everything from the ground up. The fastest way to get started, the fastest way to get successful and provide successful copywriting to your clients is to understand what's worked well in the past, what's working well now, and then adapt it to your situation. So today's is going to be all about building what's called a swipe file. Now, a swipe file is a collection of successful copywriting materials, whether that's Facebook ads, VSLs, sales pages, etc., and collecting that over time. So a few things to think about, generally speaking, and I'm going to have some text description below, but typically speaking, you're going to go create a Google Drive folder, right, where you're going to copy and paste PDFs, web pages, emails, etc. I've kind of done some of the work for you and helped collected a very, very vast swipe file of successful promotions. So there'll be a link down below for you to get started with that, but I highly recommend you collect your own. Mainly because in the act of collecting your own and keeping your eye out, you will develop your skills much faster than if you simply just copy the giant swipe file I put together for you. However, it's good for you to have some things to look at to compare against, so I went ahead and created that. So make sure you go ahead and do that and take a look at the existing swipe file and start collecting your own. There's more instructions in the text. Also, I highly recommend you create a separate Google, like a Gmail account, in order to subscribe to different newsletters of prominent people, either in your niche or just general marketers who think you're doing a really good job. Subscribe to them with a separate Gmail account and then use that as your sort of playground, your study ground to go and look and find successful emails. Email is going to be a big part of what you do as a copywriter. So, and the lessons you learn in email can be applied to a lot of different things. So I highly recommend you do that. So three steps really. One, go create a Google Drive folder where you can start collecting your own example promotions that work really well. Two, take a look at the community swipe file. Use it. Be smart about it. And three, create a new Gmail account that you can then subscribe to newsletters for, so you can start collecting these other emails. It's going to make a great source of inspiration for you when you have writer's block, etc. These are your three steps, so that you can step out and start stealing from the best, taking advantage of it. I'm not saying plagiarize, but learn from them, model them, take inspiration from them. This is going to help you rapidly learn copywriting much faster if you try and learn the basics step by step by yourself.